Wait. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, Alice. So before we start, we have a confession. It is a Saturday. It might be going out in a couple of days' time, and we have no boundaries. Alice and I, we're trying to get a day together that we can do this video, and we thought it's just got to be a Saturday. So we don't normally wear makeup on a weekend, so we've got confessions to make. Confessions. Alice, show us your PJs.
Got my pyjama bottoms on here. I've just 2 minutes before the call took my pyjama top off, put a blazer on, little earring, little lipstick. But believe me, when I come off, that face wipe's going on my face and the pyjama top's coming back on.
Yeah, and I've just got, I call it Zoom tops, just a Zoom top. I've got my dog walking pants, my slippers. I did put a bit of makeup on. And I looked at me, I thought it's not too bad.
No,
Passable, it's get awayable.
looking good.
Get awayable. So what we're going to do, we're going to tell you a little bit more about the Show Your Light event and what Alice is going to be talking about. So I'm Susie Sprigg, the connector, and my business is called Show Your Light, and I love shining a light on you. It's my favourite thing to do. I'm bloody good at it, and I love it. And I always say you need to play to your strengths in business. Do what brings you joy, and this lights me up. So this is what Show Your Light Live is all about. And we have 5 fabulous speakers. I am one of them, and I will do an interview later. And Alice has said yes. So I carefully select my speakers because there is a theme to Show Your Light. It's all about coming to an event to light you up, to inspire you, to keep going. Because in business, we all need that energy, that knowledge, that learning, and to be around people who have got your back, who will shine a light on you. So Alice's talk is ROI of confidence, but we'll get more into that later. So for now, Alice, the lovely Alice,
Yes.
Tell me who you are and what you do.
Okay. I'm Alice Potter, and I'm an award-winning social media confidence coach. So I work with entrepreneurs from all over to help them with strategy, video content, and most importantly, help them understand who they are, why they are so special, and to help them on their journey of growing their confidence. It is the biggest tool that any of us can have, and it's something that a lot of people need a little bit more of, and it stems into all the work that I do. So I absolutely love the people that I get to work from, the work that I do, and I love having the opportunity to speak on stages and to inspire people. That's always the biggest goal for me. If you can take something from what I'm saying, you can take something that you're actually going to take that forward into your life and your business. Like, my job is done, basically. Great when people want to come and work with me, fantastic, but I know just how important the impact of my words and my story can be, and for me that is the biggest reward in the job that I do.
And the people that are meant to meet will come toward you. So our story is we met through networking, through referrals. The last year at Show Your Light event, Kerry was a headline sponsor, and she said to me, who's doing your videos, videography? I'm like, no clue, mate. It's my first event, didn't know that was a thing, right? I was so green. And she said, I know someone. I said, brilliant, tell me who she is. And it was you. And you did such a great job. And the second year, I invited you to be a speaker because I've watched you grow so much, and your confidence and your belief and your speaking confidence is just amazing. And how you tell stories is so mesmerizing. And I've also worked with you. You're also an author in the Show Your Light book where, you shared some things about it that no one knew. And the power of stories, it helps you connect to people. What's the next question? So I know why I chose you. But why did you choose me? Why did you say yes? I've got to be in Susie Sprigg's world and on that stage.
So it's super interesting because I remember getting that phone call from Kerry, and she was like, I did a VIP day with Susie Sprigg, and I was like, I know that woman, but I've not met her. But like in my head, I was like, she's one of them women that I need to meet. And it was really weird when she rang me. I was like, all right, okay. And she said, you're setting up a meeting. I'm setting up a meeting. And I was like, all right, amazing. And I remember I was actually on Louisa Herridge's writing retreat. I was shooting that. And it was the morning after, and I was outside on the decking, and it was like a cold, like springtime morning. And I was just like, this woman gets it. Like, it was just that straight away, like that energy thing on that call. So I always say to anyone, Susie Spriggs, she can sell anything to anybody, but you never feel like she's selling to you. But I know if my phone rings and it's you're going to tell me something good, something that I can't miss. And I'm like, all right, what we're doing now? Right, Susie, what's next? What we doing? So obviously coming in to do the book, I've been asked to do, I think before that, I've been asked to do 6 book collaborations, and every single one I've said no to.
Can you read the printer?
Yeah, it's okay.
Keep going, go on. You've been asked to do 6.
every single one I've been asked to do, and some of them I've just been asked and said, oh, you'd be really good for it, and others I've been absolutely hounded by people to join, and every time I've just been like, I'll do one, but it's not right for me right now. And when you came and asked me to do Show Your Light, I had no idea what the actual outcome of that book collaboration would be. It's so much more than I ever thought it would have been. The connections that I've made through that, the women that I've met, and the way that our relationships have been built has been incredible. And as I've said, the story that I wrote was never a story that, it's a story that starts more conversations and stories, if that makes sense. So yeah, the main reason I came to work with you is because why the fuck would I not? And I'm super fortunate because we get to meet people in the business world, and sometimes we get to work together, and sometimes we get to meet one another, but then we also get to meet people and they genuinely like become our friends. And I'm so grateful that I have you in my business, not just in my life, not just for business. Like, you are genuinely my friend, and to have been together growing our businesses for the last year, when we first met to now, it's just like, what's it going to be like in another year's time or 5 years time? Like, to get to do that journey together is one of my favorite parts of business, to grow with other people. And I will always say, for me, like, I'm quite happy to stand in the spotlight, but it's also about how can I take someone else's hand and give them the spotlight too. And I think that's something that you do tremendously well with Show Your Light. You choose the right people, and you bring people together in a room that you know are really going to benefit from being in that space. So absolutely, I needed to be on that stage and in that room with women.
Yeah, and that's so I wrote the sales page for Show Your Light ages ago, and I'm not really confident with words. I'm much better speaking, like being instant with people, and I'm still learning to show up as me in words. So in words I'm a bit boring, but on lives or like speaking people I light up. So I'm rewriting the sales page because someone read it back to me and went, that's not you, it's dead vanilla. And so the new sales page is coming, and this is what I talk about. I said, can you imagine being in a room full of 80 women who are generous as fuck? Like, because you're dead generous, I'm dead generous, right? And sometimes you can be around people who are takers. They don't mean to be takers, some people do, but they'll just keep taking. They'll just keep taking, you'll keep giving. But sometimes we have to stop, we have to get healthy boundaries. But in this room, it's full of women who are generous as fuck with boundaries. So can you imagine being in that environment where all you need to do is dial up your ask and dial up your receive?
Yeah.
Because it's so, like, so much just happened now. I give my time for people, I help people, and the universe always gives you back in different ways. Sometimes it might not be that one-to-one. So I've just had a message off someone today and I said, can you please charge me for that? And they went, no, Susie, you do so much for me. I'll give it you for free. I'm like, oh. Because it's so nice when you get it back.
Yeah.
And this is what we're doing with each other. We're all elevating and growing together, because business, you shouldn't have to do it alone.
No.
Because I don't think you can last long. You'll try, you won't go the distance. And I think that's true. You won't go the distance.
I always say as well, like, business owner friends, they are the people that you can go to with the wildest ideas, and they'll say, how are we going to make it happen?
Yeah.
Or you can come to them with when it feels like the worst day and you're going to jack everything in, and they'll be like, how can we make this better?
Mm-hmm.
And that is something that so many people will never ever experience. Like, if you are, the people that are 9 to 5, same job, 40, 50 years, retire, great, that's absolutely fantastic for you. But like, there are so many good people out there doing
Mm-hmm.
so much good, and to be able to find them and have opportunities, like, they'll be in that room. So if you want to bring more of those types of people towards you, you have to be in that room to magnetize them
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It's all about who you surround yourselves with. And I think, sure, you'll remember last year, the people in the room were just incredible, and a lot of those people in the room last year were strangers to me, and now they're not. They're clients,
Yeah.
they're friends, they're, 12 months can do a hell of a lot.
I was at a Hard Hat to Heels networking event on Thursday, and Hayley Andrews, she said a sentence and I wrote it down. You know, when some people say, I'm like, oh, I'll have that one. She said, to create impact, you need to be visible. I thought, yes, because we all start a business, don't we, to have impact and create impact. So you need to be more visible. And that's the element that we shy away from.
Yeah.
So the purpose of this event, I've lined up some beautiful speakers to help us be more visible. And that's what your talk is going to help with, the confidence to be more visible. So
Yes.
it's not a talk that anybody else has heard before, because I've
Nope.
asked everyone to give me a new talk. I want fresh words, fresh insights. So tell us a little bit of an insight of what people might take away from your talk.
Okay, so the ROI of confidence as a talk, it's going to be something really special. It's going to be something quite, again, as I said, when I wrote my Show Your Light chapter, it started stories and it started conversations that it unlocked parts of my life that I've kind of hidden away. And it actually made me realize that all of those things all link up to the job that I do today, the work that I do. So for me, I was asked about 18 months ago, someone said to me, like, tell me about the work that you do. What is it? And I was like, well, it benefits people in so many ways. I said, but the biggest benefit of it is confidence. That is why I'm a social media confidence coach. And they said, well, what's the ROI of confidence? And at the time I thought, oh my God, how do I explain this? And I was like, that is one of the best questions I've ever been asked, because I went away and I did the work and I looked at confidence as a whole. And something that I'll share in the talk, obviously a little bit in more detail, but something that I kind of have highlighted in the last maybe 6 months when I've been speaking to people is confidence is affordable to everybody, something that we all have. It's free, it doesn't cost any money, but it is something that it's like a muscle, you have to flex it. Sometimes we need to do a bit of work, and that isn't something that can be done in half an hour or even a day or even a retreat. It's something that you have to work at every day. It's like a routine. It's
Daily practice, yeah.
Absolutely. And confidence is free and it's affordable to all of us. But when we have it, it is the most expensive tool that we could have in our kit, because when you're confident in yourself, you know who you are, you're clear on your identity, you're clear on why you are here in the world, what purpose you have, what your values are, what your mission is, and you can confidently share that with the world. The way you walk into rooms, the way you introduce yourself to people, the interactions that you have, all of those things lead to opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
And those opportunities may never, ever have come to you if you'd have not had that confidence to do those things. I actively will go in rooms full of people that I do not know. I enjoy it. I used to hate it. I love nothing more than going into a room of brand new people and not one person know me, because the opportunity just from having conversations with every single person in that room, if you can get around them, you never ever know what's going to come from that. And for me, confidence, as somebody who, well, in 2020, I really, really bad dip with my mental health. I got diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety and depression. I did a lot of work on myself. I went to therapy. I was on medication. I used to have multiple panic attacks a day. If that girl knew that I stood on stage in front of hundreds of people, teaching them how they can be confident, it would just be unimaginable. So for me, I always say, you know what, you'll hear it already, like your ideal client's a previous version of yourself. Like I am my favorite client that I've ever worked with, and I get to continue working with her always, and I continue to coach myself, but also to see that journey as somebody that has been there at the lowest low, who's now used that pain and turned it into something incredible. Then I don't think there's anybody better for the job than to teach people how to do it for themselves. So,
and there's so much more about ROI of confidence, because we're talking about all the good stuff that comes.
yeah.
Don't forget when the not so good stuff comes and you're shaken. So when you've got good foundations and you're working on yourself, it helps you to be a little bit less shaken, and more grounded, and stable and confident in who you are, and not maybe as impacted by others. Do you know what I mean? Because when you actually can stand in your own shoes and go, this is who I am and I fucking love it. Do you know what I mean? And that's something to work on, and we always have to do that because we're always growing, and it's all about, there's lots of shedding going on at the moment in our world. I'm not, maybe in other people's as well. It's teaching people to lovingly let people go. Because as you're growing, flexing your confidence muscle and learning, other people might not like it as much because you're changing, and therefore their environment's changing and they might not like it. Some will grow with you and learn and adapt with you, and some, it's okay, you don't have to tell them that you're leaving. You're just going to spend less time with them. But I think that's when you need to lean in to friendships like this, lean in to community, to go, is this normal? Is this what happens?
There's something that I say in one of my challenges, and I say some people were put on this earth to remind you what it looks like when you stay still. And that's okay. And those people, if they want to stay still, that's fine. But when you are evolving and when you are moving out of a box that people have put you in, that can be quite difficult
for them.
It can be a difficult experience for everybody. But for me, I celebrate anybody that is going through a period of growth, because we were not here to stay the same. We're here to evolve always. We're here to, we get one life. Like, I don't want to have the same goal that I set myself when I was a 10-year-old trying to decide what I was going to do with my life. Like, I want to absolutely exceed all expectations for myself in every possible way. Am I going to fuck up? Absolutely. Multiple times. But I learn from every single experience, person that comes and goes. And for me, not everyone is going to stay, but also we've not stayed still. We're continually you get to meet new people, you get to have new people in your space, people again, those people at the end of the phone to say, how are we going to make this happen? Or how are we going to fix this? And that is having that confidence in yourself as well, to actually be able to tap back into you and say, I know who I am. I understand why these things are happening around me, but I understand what I can control. And that is really, really valuable, I think, for anybody to be able to take on board, because it doesn't matter who you've got around you. Sometimes it can feel lonely, but if you know and you trust and believe in yourself, and you know that you are your full authentic self inside and out, you never have to question your motives. You know you've done and you are doing everything that you can and in your power, to make the best life for yourself as well, and to look after yourself.
Yeah. I seem to be, like, we talk about growth, and what came to mind then was the seasons. Do you mean 4 seasons? You and I both in the same mastermind. We both have courses and programs. I work in 12-week chunks because you've got to give your season enough time to flourish and do what it's meant to do. And Going back to when, because it's not always about when things are going well. About a year ago, lots of change happened in my life, like moving and that kind of thing. And I was struggling with work, but that was because I was coming to an end, like something, the growth was coming to an ending. I was getting ready to the next phase. And it's a struggle because you don't know what's right and what's wrong. But it's having those anchors there for you people to say, keep going. You know what I mean? This too shall pass, keep going. There's more to come. So yeah, and that's what you guys have been for me. And that's the right people. I always say this in my chapter. I always look back. When you can look back, you can clearly see the right people came my way to give me the messages. So when I'm right here, right now in this timeline, can you imagine looking for? Well, I run up the timeline, 1 year, 2 year, and I want to look back and go, I can clearly see everything was working out for me. The right people was coming my way.
Absolutely.
So I sit in this timeline and I collapse time and I run up that timeline. Little Susie runs up that timeline and looks back and whispers, see,
yeah,
right people are coming your way.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Right, a few more questions for you. Okay. What do you think women in business really need right now? What are they struggling with? What do you think they really need?
I think they need. There's a massive something I'm finding a lot when I'm speaking to anybody. There's a real pressure on things to be and look perfect, and you're never ever going to achieve it. And so many people will say, oh, well, I'm working on this, but I'm not putting it out until it's ready, until it's perfect. Or, oh, well, I did this, but I messed up, so I'm not going to do anything with it. Or someone's knocking on my door.
Right, go and answer.
It's okay.
I'll go and fill the gap.
It's okay. Joe's gonna answer. Right. It's a small child. He's probably trying to deweed the garden or something.
Right, or wash your car or something like that and do a really crap job. You have to wash it again.
So this pressure of things being perfect, and people don't want to see perfection. No. They want human interaction. Now I always say to people, the two things that all business owners need, they need to have a presence on social media. More people need to be able to find us, but they also need to be doing more in human networking, interacting, whether it's events, whatever it is, because people need human interactions. They need, and it's not even about like, I've met this person, what can they do for me? It's just, I met this person, they made me actually feel valued and appreciated and like they were actually listening to me. And that is what people are also looking for when we're doom scrolling on our phones. I can look at someone's nice new car or lovely handbag or them saying they've got a 10k month and be like, oh, that's great for you. But I'd much rather connect with something where somebody's like, do you know what? I've been through a really difficult time in my business. This is how I've got through it. Or telling me about something good that's happened for one of their clients, or sharing that experience, or the ups and downs. That's what more people need to see, because if we're a little bit more honest and a little bit more human, that's actually what magnetizes people towards us. I am not a business owner that will ever come across to people as perfect or polished, and I do not want to do that either, because it's not relatable. And I think a lot of people, they're over editing themselves because they feel like it needs to be a certain way, and it's like, why don't we just put it out there? Why don't you just say what you want us to say? Why don't you see what responses you get from that?
It's scary. And so Louisa Herridge has lovingly kicked me up the arse. And I always say lovingly.
Yeah.
Because it kind of changes how you think about things. Because from corporate, if you got something wrong, if you sent the wrong email, I'm like, amount of times I've been dragged in offices, I'm like, oh God, Susan, can I have a word? And they walk to the office. I'm like, what the fuck have I done now? I was always being dragged to the office. So I think all that has conditioned me to like, don't be too bold, don't be too this, because I was always too something, too much, too little, too loud. You're not saying, it's what once someone said, it's not what you said, it's what you didn't say. I'm like, oh, now, like, come on now. I can't win.
Can't win.
Louisa gave me a loving kick, and I've just been being more me on socials and not worried about the comments, not worrying if there was no responses, because people are watching. Because I made some phone calls this week inviting people to come to show your light. Well, actually, just checking in with them, like generally just checking in with them. And they were saying, oh, I can see what you're up to. So people are watching. So if your metric is likes, or then you're looking for the wrong metric.
It's vanity metrics.
Yeah. Because I did your what did I do? Your reel thing. And you put that on there, didn't you? You said, is it viral? Like, everyone wants to go viral, but be careful. And you shared a story. Do you want to share that story?
Yeah, so I will always say, so there's a lot of controversial content on social media at the moment. And one thing I will say about that is some people do it really well. Some people it's just nasty, and I don't like it. But I always use this as an example. If I was going to create some controversial content, I would say, if you wanted to work with, if you're looking for somebody that's going to teach you how to go viral and get 10,000 followers by the end of the month, I am not the person that you want to work with. And most people will go, well, why? Because you're a social media coach, you should be able to do all of that. Because virality does not equal anything. You still need to nurture people. Mm-hmm. So we already know 186 touch points to nurture somebody now in the online space. And when my business was 3 weeks old, I had a reel that went viral. It went to 168. It was so funny because of the touch points. It went to 186,000 views. Had over 3,500 saves. So, like, if you don't understand about saves, they're like super likes, basically. Like, people think it's really valuable stuff. And I made no money from that video. Yeah, people got value from it. They learned something. They thought it was cool. Did well on the algorithm. Got pushed out to wherever. It actually got pushed out, I think, out of the 186,000 views, I think 41% of them were in India, because we don't get to choose where the algorithm pushes us out to. So I've also posted content that's had 3 likes on it, no comments, and 200 views, and someone's paying me 4 figures to work with me. Because the type of coach I am is teaching you how to make content specifically for your ideal clients. And vanity metrics are great, but numbers on a screen, if they don't equate to the amount of money in your bank account, that's a number that I care about. It's not followers or views. And yeah, it's great when something gets lots of views, we can go, oh wow, amazing, but it doesn't necessarily mean that is going to lead to sales. You still have to consistently, after that happens, consistently be showing up, nurturing people, bringing them into your world, letting them know who you are, sharing, doing your bits of storytelling, doing your real life stuff, doing your human stuff, before they actually want to spend money with you. Mm-hmm. So, and that's the thing with confidence as well. Your confidence shouldn't be based on vanity metrics. It should be based on, like, I always say to my clients, and I say it to myself, if I'm having a wobble, on a day where things aren't going so well and we're having a wobble, look for proof. Where's your proof people have bought from you? Where's your proof that you've helped people? Where's your proof in your WhatsApp, probably in your phone right now, people thanking you, people feeling supported by you, whether it be in business, whether it be as a friend, any of those things, that is your proof. My proof is sitting on a Saturday morning and making love heart waffles with my daughter on the sofa and being like, this is my proof that, we get to do this and we get to have a lovely morning on the sofa together. Like, there are so many things every day, proof that you're loved, proof that you are valued, like, and they don't go unnoticed. Okay, so on a day where things are feeling bad, we look for proof always, and you'll be able to find it. Mm-hmm. That's the beauty of the home that you live in, or the phone full of beautiful memories. Like, it's there, it's always there.
I've just shared, I don't know if people want it, but I know when I shared a video of my dressing table, didn't I hide it?
Yes.
I just shared a video of, like, where my rubbish is. I hate seeing rubbish bins in the kitchen. And so we have put all our rubbish under the sink, like, so I'll just share that today. And I'm just going to share, because I noticed on my personal Facebook, it was all personal stuff, like, we just went on holidays, but no one really got to know me. So my goal, my focus this year is being more me outside of these one-to-ones. I'm brilliant being me on a one-to-one, but that's going to take a long time, isn't it? That's going to take a long time. So it's being more me in writing. This is why I do the book collaboration. It's why I'm in another book collaboration. That's why I'm doing my own book. Be more me, because there's nothing, you know what I mean? You need to be, this is why you're put on this world.
Absolutely.
To be more you. So final question. What kind of opportunities can come from being courageous, turning up and going to the right event, networking room? What do you think?
Okay, so I always say to people in my world, what we do today, it's not the impact of what it has today. It's the impact of 6 months' time, 12 months' time, even 2 years' time. And again, the interactions that we have with people, you always say this, Susie, you've got to listen. You've got to ask questions. It's not just a, what's in it for me? It's, I'm going to ask someone questions. I'm going to ask how they need help. I'm going to make them feel valued. And that's, there's no strategy in that. That's just being a human being. Okay. It's taking interest. It's when you follow up with people saying, oh, how was your daughter's birthday? I know you were getting ready for it. It's little things like that we remember about people. And that stuff really, really matters. I'm actually keynote speaking at a travel conference next week with 400 people. And I'm running workshops the day before. And this opportunity came from me because 9 years ago, I spoke at my sixth form.
Oh, wow.
9 years ago, I finished my degree and I went and spoke at my sixth form. And then one of the students who was sat in the room followed me on social media and has followed me all this time. And in December, she sent me an email and said, I work for this travel company. We've got a huge conference in Blackpool. They wanted someone to come in and talk about social media. And I said, they need you.
Wow.
And this is a 4-figure job. If I'd have known that 22-year-old Alice would have been offered that, what the hell? And again, at that time, do you think at 22 years old, I was stood there going, and in 9 years' time, I'm going to keynote speak at the travel conference and all this stuff? No, absolutely not. So it's not about what happens right there and then in the room. You might meet somebody, you might work with them tomorrow. That's fantastic. But there is so much more to come just from having conversations, just from being brave, just from putting yourself out there. When you're in a space at an event, if someone asks a question, someone asks for input, raise your hand. Let people see you in the room. I went to an event on Monday, 100 people in the room, stuck a QR code on my back.
I saw that.
Safety pinned a QR code on my back, right? Because I'm thinking, I'm not going to have time to talk to these 100 women, but I can do something. I can do something to get them to notice me. I'm wearing this bright pink jacket and this big white A4 sheet of paper on the back. It's really visible. And the amount of people's pictures that you see this QR code in, the amount of conversations I had with people. Also, I went away from that event, 31 new signups for my challenge. These people didn't even have conversations with me, but I made myself visible.
Yeah.
So what can you do in a room to make yourself visible? How are people going to remember you? What's that impact you're going to have? Is it because you're wearing really cool shoes? Is it because it could be anything? But we have opportunities all the time, and all the opportunities come from you opening your mouth and you starting to have conversations with people. So communication is key.
Yeah.
Always.
In my Connect method, I call about E, energy. It's how you're showing up. Because you can you communicate without speaking. So I use colour. So I intentionally bought a yellow handbag, just something. So when I go, it's a nice one. It's unusual. I don't get it out very often because it's very nice. And when people want to go to events, they go, oh, they come and lean into me, because it's that conversation starter that we're all afraid of, isn't it? Everyone is absolutely scared of starting a conversation. But if you make it easy for people to come to you, and the QR code's brilliant, just get creative. Because that's what I teach in my Connect to Co Club and the Connect method. But it's so easy when you know how, isn't it? Like when you know how, it's easy. But we didn't know how ages ago. We've learned all this, and this is why we share it. This is why we teach this.
Absolutely. And loads of people were saying to me the other day, they were like, how did you even think of that? And I was like, the idea came to me at 6:30 this morning, led in bed thinking, how can I do that? And then I was like, what do I have? What do I have available to me? I was like, I have a safety pin, which I got from the Show Your Light event the week before. I have a safety pin that I know where it is. And I have a printer and Canva, and I led on my phone and I made it and I printed it off, and I sat in the car on the way there keeping this A4 paper like not a crease in sight, like no, we're gonna I'm not gonna get it crumpled in the car on the way here. And when we got there, we went into the toilets. I said, right, put it on, and off we went, like, and it worked.
We always have those ideas. I think it's the confidence of doing them.
Yes,
isn't it?
Absolutely.
Those ideas always come. I'm going to share this post. I'm going to do this. And then we talk ourselves out of it.
Yeah.
So it's learning to trust the idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
Trust your instinct, trust the idea, and just do it. Right.
Absolutely.
We can talk for ages. We've been on the list. Right. Okay. So if someone is sat there thinking, I'm not too sure, is it for me? I don't know where to book. I've got something else in. What would you say to them?
I would say if you're sat here and you've watched this, you're already called to come anyway. Yeah. And I think too many times as women, we wear hats and we do things for so many people. And these types of events are an opportunity for you to leave all of that at the door. Even if you come alone, you will not be leaving alone, ever.
You will not be alone on the day.
You will not be alone at all. No. You will enter a space where we will wrap our arms around you, whether it's physically or whether it's just energetically. You'll feel held, you'll feel comfortable in that space. And I just know from last year, the first Show Your Light event, it just feels different. It feels different in that space. It felt safe. It felt like a big hug. It just felt good. And there was no groups or cliques or everyone was there to talk to everybody, to share with everybody.
Yeah. And I put people together purposely. And if you are like that, I will ring you. I have a phone call with everybody who's coming. I know everybody who's coming. I know what your needs are, and I'll listen to you, and I'll put you with the right people. That's what I love to do. I'll message every single one of you, even if there's 100 people come. Honestly, I will message every single one of you. I want to make sure that your needs are met, your goals are met.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and most of all, Susie is the connector. So she knows what she's doing. She knows who she's bringing together. She knows how to do it. She makes it easy for you. And I cannot wait. I'm so excited for the day. It's going to be amazing.
And then you've got your event. Your event coming up in September.
Yes.
I'm coming to that, obviously.
Yeah. So I've been running educational masterclasses for a while now. I've had over 200 people come to Blackpool to come and be educated by
and that could have been your limiting belief that you actually said that who come to Blackpool, didn't you? You overcame it, went just put it out there.
Over 200 people have come in just over 2 years to come and learn from me in Blackpool, which is just crazy. And I was like, I want to do something bigger. What can we do? What can we do that's bigger? And obviously, I've got quite a lot of experience with speaking at events. You'll go as a speaker or even as an attendee, and you'll go, oh, okay, maybe I would do that differently. And for me, my business birthday is the 1st of September. And the first ever set of masterclasses that I ran were called Social Media School. And it was 5 weeks of 5 masterclasses in person. And my podcast is also called Social Media School. And my business birthday is in September, new school year and all of that. Okay. So I was like, right, I am going to create an event and I'm going to do it in September, and it's going to be called Social Media School. And it's going to be an event for people to come together. There'll be speakers. They'll be educated on topics that all link into social media. But it is that reset. It's that reset after summer. And it's a little bit different. I am hosting it at a huge content studio space, a massive creative space. And it's just very me. And I wanted it to be different, but it's not just an event. It's a real experience. We're going all in. We're going all in on the school theme. It's going to be.
Do we have to wear school uniforms? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
you don't.
No,
You
no
don't.
fancy dress.
You don't have to wear school uniforms, but
there's prizes if you do.
the speakers, the things that we've got planned.
Yeah, you can't do any spoilers, but I can imagine.
No spoilers, but one thing I will tell you all of my attendees are going to get a little social media school satchel bag, and inside they're going to have a yearbook. So all of our attendees are in a yearbook, and they're also so it's going to be, you actually have your yearbook to take away with you. Everybody that's there, you have that opportunity to carry on those communications afterwards. But
that is the most important part. So I think I did have a question. We'll have to go. People will stop watching soon. But it's not what happens in the room, it's what happens after. And I'm always talking about that, how to make it live on. And that's what you've done. I love that, because you've all met. Now it's over to you. How can you keep making this day last for a lifetime, last forever?
And as well with the yearbook, one of the biggest things for me is putting people's pictures in as well, because I'm really good with faces but not good with names. So I thought, how can we do that in a way that people will remember one another? Even if they've had one random conversation, they've got something to flick through with people's actual faces in it. It just makes it a little bit easier. But no, it's going to be amazing. I'm super, super excited.
Right, well, so all you need to do, ladies, is book on the Show Your Light. And I'm sure Alice on June will have some little gifts for us, or little offers for us. You will be also recording the event to make me look good, because that's what it's all about, creating digital assets and collateral. And I will be doing it all again. So you need to be in that room to get the amazing offers that are going to happen in that room. So have a fabulous Saturday. Bank holiday weekend, by the way, just in case you don't know, it's bank holiday weekend. This will be, we'll be sharing this in a few weeks. Thank you.
You're welcome.